Hi, I'm James Shillinglaw here at Ascend, which is ALG Vacations annual conference for travel advisors and suppliers, and I'm here with a familiar face. We see him every year, Ray Snitsky, who is the Group President Distribution for Apple Leisure Group, which is now, of course, owned by Hyatt, and we're about 2 years into the Hyatt acquisition, and we actually just had a great press conference, and things are really coming together, and we're going to talk about that and more with Ray on Insider Travel Report. Now, Ray, first of all, obviously Hyatt acquired and officially took over about 2 years ago now, and how has that relationship evolved, and how has kind of Hyatt helped you grow the company?
Well, it's really been a match made in heaven. I always love the saying that culture eats strategy for breakfast, and the culture between the two organizations had been like almost that we had been part of each other prior to the acquisition. So, it gives us some acceleration of things, with HR, cybersecurity, diversity, equity, inclusion. So a lot of things you'd see with a really big company, but we've really had a great collaboration. So things that, new endeavors like artificial intelligence and ChatGPT and all that type of stuff, we're working collectively. So we have the resources of the entire leadership team of Hyatt working on it as well. So,
and you've been integrated too. They take from you too as well.
Absolutely, it's been a great exchange, and we've really flourished during this time period. So we've had record years, the 2 years that they've owned us, and 5 straight record quarters for performance for Hyatt. So it's really been a match made in heaven.
Now, my impression of it was that you're expanding dramatically in product because Hyatt Inclusive Collection is expanding. I was just at one of your new resorts, and at the same time growing with technology. So you're getting benefits from them. You're really kind of you're now going on steroids with this, right?
Well, the great thing is that, as you said, the product expansion has been fantastic. 3 years ago, we didn't have one hotel outside of Mexico and Caribbean, and now 50% of our hotels are outside of that region. We're actually now the 3rd largest hotel in Spain. So it's really provided a lot of opportunities for vacations to sell new products. And then the quality of the products has been unprecedented. The new Secrets Moschee and the Impressions Moschee, as well as the Impression Isla Mujeres are properties I would put up against any resorts in the world.
Yeah, so I was just there in Isla Mujeres.
So you could be a better ambassador for this than I can.
I think Mark Hoplamazian, who is actually here, the president and CEO of Hyatt is here, really participating in this conference. I think that's great.
Absolutely fantastic. And so for us also, from a development standpoint, you're bringing up hotels. Our audience used to be a wealthy Mexican or Dominican Republic family. And so where Hyatt has brought is great opportunity for portfolio deals and also institutional investors. So really the future is bright for it continuing to expand the product line.
No, in fact, we had a reporter over in your Greece product that was excellent, did that trip just recently, and it really is amazing. You can do all-inclusives in Europe now.
Yeah, and Jackie and the team did a fantastic job on that trip where they brought advisors firsthand to really see the product and understand it. So that's been fantastic. We also had a bunch of influencers that we brought on a trip out there so we can really have the exponential effect of their reach for their clients as well. So it's really an educational process for the US customer because they're not used to going to Europe for all-inclusives. And I think that, still the European customer is still looking for historical experiences and seeing the sites and so forth. But we can do that in an environment where it's a resort environment with some of the amenities that an all-inclusive brings that can really add to the experience.
Well, and in fact, you can give them tours and they can be based on all-inclusive. They can give you city stays, whatever you want. Now, there are about 1,000 people here at this Ascend, about 650-something thousand, 650 travel advisors. What are the big announcements that you have for them for this conference?
Well, this whole conference is really about investing in the travel advisor and giving them new tools, giving them new technology, giving them new business processes to help them be more effective. And so that's really what this whole thing is geared about, and trying to do it in a fun environment and fun way. And so we brought in the cast from Saturday Night Live.
I saw that.
Yeah, so it's been really a fun, great experience, and Jackie and her team have really outdone themselves this trip.
No, it's been an amazing conference. We've still got 2 more days to go. Now, how are sales looking like this year and into next year?
So sales have continued to be strong. We're way ahead of where we were in 2019. Cancun did experience a little sluggishness this year. In the past, when there was a fall off in Cancun, it usually was tied around some negative event, and that hasn't been the case at all. I think it's a little bit more about fatigue, and you're going to hear that word a little bit more. But the U.S. market was down to Cancun April, May, and June, double digits, which I don't recall that at all.
Not your luxury resorts, though.
Yeah, no, so that has been fantastic. Our 5-star hotels have outperformed the 4 and 4.5 star hotels by over 10 points, so we're seeing them be much more resilient, so that's been fantastic. But overall business is very solid. We're already at pre-pandemic revenue levels, so that's fantastic. And so the business is very, very strong. We're starting to see air prices to Cancun come down, so I think that'll help give a little kickstart into some of the sluggishness that we've seen.
And you're going to keep expanding and really focusing on Europe as well now.
For sure. I mean, we were very, very focused on Mexico and Caribbean, almost myopically focused during the pandemic, because that's where our bread was buttered, that's where our preferred relationships were. And we didn't have I look at that time period, 3 years ago, I said we didn't have one hotel in Europe, and now we have 50% of our portfolio is over there.
That is amazing, such a growth, and that's due probably to the Hyatt acquisition.
And so we've really leaned in on Europe, we've leaned in on expansion of product, we leaned in on additional marketing and additional tools for the advisor, and I'm proud to say we're 300% up where we were 2.5 years ago to Europe, so very, very strong performance by the advisor and our team.
Amazing. Now, a year from now, where do you want to be? Where do you want ALG and ALGV to be?
I want to be right back here with you, James, doing another.
we will do that.
Doing another interview, and this team is it's the greatest experience I've ever had in my career. We've got a team of people that are super smart, hungry for more, really kind and caring, and the momentum that they're on is just fantastic. I just want to get a good seat and watch it continue to grow.
Well, as I told you during the press conference, and I said, this year seems to be, it's all coming together, technology-wise, a lot of your programs. I mean, in the past, you had acquired a lot of different brands and pulled them all together, and the integration was challenging, right?
Yeah. It was, and it's a totally different company from where we were 3 years ago. And so just want to continue the path that we're on, but it's like anything. That old saying, whether you're the lion or the gazelle, you have to get up every day and run for your life. So we have to wake up every day finding new ways to be better, new ways to be more efficient, more effective. And so I'm excited with the new tools that we'll roll out, the new technology that we're investing in, and I see our future continuing to be very, very bright.
Fantastic. Now, anything else you want to say to our 126,000 travel advisors out in the market?
Just keep doing what you're doing. We're going to work really hard to invest in you. As you've seen through this whole conference, there's not a whole bunch of book ALGV, but our feeling is if we invest in the travel advisor and give them great tools and technology, we'll get our fair share. So, continue to see the new ALGV and continue to watch the opportunity for us to grow together.
And then to get more information, you go to the new ALGvacations.com website, right?
Yes, that is an anchor store that we have in Vax. That's fantastic. The team, Erin McCarthy, who leads our marketing efforts, and her team have done a fantastic job. It really streamlines the experience, lots of new ways to sell and be more effective. And so we've been waiting for that website for a couple of years, and we're excited to have it launched now.
Well, congratulations on that. Congratulations on this Ascend. It's been so far it's a great conference, and we still got a couple more days to go.
There you go. A few more surprises for you.
A few more surprises. We talked about one. We'll talk about that later. But again, great to see you, Ray. And yeah, I'll be here next year.
Thank you so much, James. Always good to see my friend.
All right. I'm James Shillinglaw, and this is Insider Travel Report.